If you're out there today listening to me, I want to ask you about your legacy that you want to leave behind for your family if you have one, and if not, or even if it's included, for mankind. Do you have a legacy that you're leaving behind on this planet? A footprint that says you were here. I would hope that you do. I don't believe that our lives should be one based in vanity. In other words, emptiness, things that are void of any real value. We are so keen on ourselves. We're self centered, mankind. We're greedy, gluttonous, selfish in so many different ways, abusive. But what about the good? If you have a family, have you ever thought about what would happen if you died today or tomorrow? What would you leave behind? Now, I know there are some people who have wills, living wills, estates, money, material things, real estate, and they've already set it in place that materialism is going to be passed on to the next generation behind them. But is that a real legacy? You see, people can take money and spend it. You can take assets and property and liquidate it. But does that help your family, those up and coming generations, to really remember you? How often do you think about your mom who has passed away, in other words? Just out of your head. If you have lost a sister or a brother, cousin or uncle, grandparent, or your father, is it just a fleeting moment that they come to your memory, your thoughts? Or is there something to remind you of them? Do you have pictures? That's a start. We are living in the digital age now. We came from Polaroids, right? We have had VHS recorders. We've had cassette recorders. Where am I going? Here's where I'm going, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking to someone not too long ago, and I've done this on occasion. And birthdays come up in your family, and friends, your birthday comes up. People will come into my store, or they'll go to Walmart or some other shopping center looking for a birthday card, or looking for a Christmas card, or some sort of card, a sympathy card for someone who has passed away. But you know, the author of those cards, they already have pre-made cards with sentimental thoughts, as it were. But I've always been one, more so than not, if I were to purchase a greeting card for a birthday, I would get a blank one. If I got a sympathy card, I would get a blank one. Or if they had writing in there, I would make sure that there's enough space in there for me to write and put my own feelings and express my own thoughts in that same card. You know why? That means more to the individual that it came from me. And it's not just a physical thing that's already prepped by someone else who's not me. Did you follow what I said? Let me give you an example. This is real simple. Let's say that this is a greeting card. I go to Walmart, I buy this card. It says, "Happy birthday to you on this special day. May you have many more." That's real simple. Okay? I hand this to my mother, my daughter, my son on that particular occasion. But I didn't say that. The card said it. It was already printed in the card. What I would do I go get that same card or a blank card, and I would open it up, and I take the time and I sit down. I get my pen, and I say, to my loving daughter, to my wonderful mother, to my dear son, I write my own sentiments in that card. You know why? My family member would remember me better if I personalize everything. So, in the event, let's say that I passed away tomorrow, and there was no greeting cards that I had ever given to my children, my wife, any family member at all. No Christmas, no birthday, no nothing. They wouldn't have that to remember me by. Now, what about a piece of furniture? The piece of furniture can't speak. But let me tell you what does work. The written word. Because I'm expressing me on that sheet of paper or in that greeting card. And what about videos and pictures? If my children have pictures of me, they can remember dad. My wife can remember her husband. My mother can remember her son. What about videos? You can see me talking. You can see us clowning around during certain family functions and so forth. And you say, I remember this party right there. You can show it to the family, and you can see me as if I was still there. These are very beautiful gifts to have while we are all yet living. And that can be part of that legacy, is what I'm leading to, or leading up to. You see, dead things can't speak. But if you write something to me and you personalize it and it's coming from your heart and you wrote it yourself, if you were to pass away and I open that card or that letter and I read it, I know that came from you. It actually came from you because those are your words being spoken all over again to me, and it brings back those memories. I asked one of my daughters, which I do every year, what do you want for your birthday? During that particular occasion, she said, money. If I died tomorrow and the past 10 years all I gave her was money, do you think she would really remember me that well? But if I wrote her a card or a letter saying how much I loved her and how precious she is to me, that would just hit the spot when I'm gone. You know why? That's personal. It came from her father, as it should come from mama, as it should come from grandmother and father, as it should come from your daughter and your son, your cousin, your aunt, whomever. What I'm trying to get you to think about is this today and do. Start being more personal. Start being more concerned about one another. Stop being bashful. Stop being shy. Give your loved ones today their flowers while they are yet here. I'm not talking about cars and diamonds and clothing and shoes and things that are going to get dusty and wear away and break down. I'm talking about you, the essence of you. I can send you a video of me in a karate tournament, me performing and so forth. He said, there's my dad right there. I can send you a picture of me, or you could take a picture of me, or it could be a family portrait of me and all of my children's. You'll remember that because that's me. But I'm not going to remember an Invicta watch, a pair of Nikes. I'm not going to remember a car that you bought me, or a suit that you gave me. But I will always remember that thing that was really personal to me. And you should always remember those things that are personal to you. And that is your loved one actually giving you of them and not of things. You follow what I'm saying? Videos, pictures, letters, phone call recordings. Start doing it today if you haven't been doing it. Keep a record. of those things that I just mentioned, because they're going to mean the most to you when your loved one is gone. This is Brother Teacher. I hope you learned something from this. May the Almighty bless you and keep you. May He bless everything that you do in your lives and set your hands to do. Keep your hopes and your dreams. Let them always remain fresh, and don't let anyone ever steal your joy, because you are important. Take care. So long.